we were discussing about this weight balancing. So this is, you can use to learn so various things. And if you even put 5 kg, so there's a way to balance this. If you put 5 kg here, so now it's 15 this side, it's fallen down. But what you can do is you can just move this to 5 and it will balance. එතකොට බර වැඩි කෙනෙක් මේ පැත්තේ හිටියොත් අවුලක් නැහැ. අර පොඩක් සීසෝ එක ළඟට එන්න කියලා. You can go to the corner and by doing that you can balance this. So this is still, I think you have not learned this, but anyway in future you will learn this. So by that time when you are learning, please note that you already learned this in IT. So please use this to polish yourself further. Right? One thing that I can suggest you, especially when learning ICT, so you can do a lot of things before other students. For an example, is there anyone who wish to become a doctor one day? Anyone who wish to become a doctor one day?
Yes, sir.
There are some. Okay, what you can do, so what if you try to learn about, let's say, one thing about operations. What if you can learn one operation per day, spending only 10 minutes per day, not much. විනාඩි 10ක් දවසකට වැය කරලා you want to learn about operation, about one operation. You might not understand this fully, but just learn. සම්පූර්ණයෙන් තේරෙන්නේ නැති වෙයි. එකක් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා 10 minutes. And maybe end of the year, now you are in grade 10. When you are in grade 11, you will know 365 operations. What will happen after grade 11? When you are going to this A-level classes, you will learn around 700 operations by that time. When you are in the A-level class first year, you will learn about closer to 1,000 operations. And when you in the second grade, if you in your A-levels, you will know around closer to 1,400 operations. And then පටන් ගත්තොත් විනාඩි 10 ගානේ ඔයාගේ aim එක ડોක්ටර් කෙනෙක් වෙන්න නම් ඔයා දැම්ම පටන් ගන්න. කම්පියුටර් එකෙන් ඔයාට ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. virtually ඔයාට operate කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඇත්ත මිනිස්සු operate කරන්න එපා. So then that will be a big thing. So that will be published in social media also. So telling that you have started operating people, don't do that. So you can use virtualization environment. There are virtualization environments. Internet එකේ ඕන තරම් තියෙනවා virtualization. You can start learning through that virtualization. එතකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඔයා A level කරලා ඉවර වෙන අවුරුද්ද වෙනකොට you will know about 1,800 operations. So when you enter to the university, definitely you will know about 2,000 plus operations. So compare you with similar type of other students. සාමාන්‍ය student කෙනෙක් O level කරලා A level කරලා A level වලින් හොඳට pass වෙලා biology කරලා campus එකට ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා. ඔයත් campus එකට ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා. You know about 2,000 operations, whereas the other student, he know nothing. He just came to learn medicine. But you are also in medical faculty. You can even teach medicine. Right? So if you have aim, if you have goal, why don't you prepare now? Right? So yes, if you want, there's one who's saying, I want to become a nanotechnology engineer. Yes, why don't you start now? Don't wait. Don't wait till, so I'm not qualified. Don't think like that. Start learning now. One day you will be qualified. You will pass your O levels, you will pass your A levels. Maybe you do maths, mathematics, and you are selected to the engineering. Don't wait till then. Now itself start learning that. And definitely that will motivate you to go to your goal earlier with better results. So here's some other example. So if you want to learn about, so let's reset this. So here you can see water is there.
One example for those virtual apps.
Yeah, you can, so here you can get a lot of apps using this Colorado University website. This is phet.colorado.edu. I'll share you the link. So you can, so there are some simulations, right? Sims. There are some simulations in this site. So go and browse those simulations. You can see this is concentration. For an example, think you have water here and you have sugar. when you put some sugar, you can see. So this is how you measure the concentration. So that is measured in moles per liter, but you don't know mole, maybe still you don't know. But in your O levels, you will learn that. Moles means Avogadro number of the molecules, particular thing, right? So you learn that in maybe in future, maybe in grade 11, you will learn that, right? When you increase the sugar amount, sugar or some that solid, when you increase, you can see the concentration is going up. This is like you put more sugar to the tea. Now let's say you have more. Now this is exceeded your expectation. Then you can put some water to reduce the concentration. Right? So here this is solution. Even solution you can put. Right? And so this is to learn about physics. Another simulation which you can use to learn about physics. The reflection of light and refraction. So you have air here, water here. When the light traveling from air to water, it's bending because the speed of light will be reduced in water. So it's bending because it has slowed down. So this you can experience when you put your legs to maybe water bath. What will happen? Or swimming pool. What will happen? ඔයාගේ කකුල් දෙක දැම්මොත් ස්විමින් pool එකට හරි water bath එකකට හරි ඔයාට පේනව නේද කකුල් දෙක මේ හරියෙන් කැඩිලා නැවිලා පල්ලයට යනවා වගේ. I think you experience that. So why? Because you can see the light. So light is faster in air but slower in water. It's even more slower in glass. In water, this is air to air, no refraction. Air to water, there's a refraction as well as reflection. So you can measure this, you can learn this, how things happen, how when this goes through the, so you can just learn about molecular chemistry. So if you want to learn about molecules, you can just use one oxygen, two hydrogen, and it will create water. This is H2O, and you can create one carbon, two oxygens, so that is carbon dioxide. And you can put two nitrogen, and that will create nitrogen gas, N2. And if you put chlorine and hydrogen, you will create HCl, hydrochloride. So likewise, you can learn about molecules. So not only chemistry, not only biology, not only physics, you can learn maths, main range of subjects, electronic, maths, and about how colors work and how colors are recognized, about motion, about the Faraday's law, and about masses, so about elevation, about this V equal IR or Ohm's law. When you increase the resistance, you can see when you decrease the resistance, you will get more power, but when you increase the resistance, less power. So resistance means this red color thing. You can see I, how it is changing likewise. So you can experience this. You can do various researches and see. There is in education. So this is like web-based training, WBT. These are the components in e-education. E-education is something, education is something important. That's why I gave a lot of examples. Okay, next thing is, so here you can see in the classroom, video presentations, images, videos, CD-ROM, and gathering educational information, internet access. And you can use websites like this, or you can use places like this, SchoolNet. Nowadays, I think SchoolNet is not much available. Nanasala, IPICT, it's available. And Viduman Petha, sometimes it's available. Nanasala, so that one I said, I said this to you. So we are organizing some certifications through Nanasala. Right? If you are interested in learning programming, especially Python programming and IoT and robotics programming, as well as this web-based programming using PHP, CSS, and HTML. If you are interested, you can join with that junior ICT programmer course, which we organize in combination with Nanasala. You will get a Nanasala certificate for that. If you are interested, we have started recently, we have started that course. You can also register and learn that. That is really, really beneficial. If you want to become an engineer one day or scientist, coding is one of the most essential skills. So for that engineering, science, and all, even bioinformatic engineering, coding is really essential. So that is fundamental skill, or it is called skill of the decade. මේ දශකයේ තියෙන ප්‍රධානම skill එක විදිහට සලකන්නේ coding. So there were period where English was treated number one. So if you have English, yes, now it's having equal opportunity. If you know English, you have a very good opportunity, but if you know coding and English both, it double the opportunities. So if you try to learn coding, so in grade 11 also you have coding, but that is Pascal. Pascal we are not using in many places. We just learn that for learning the concept. But if you learn a programming language like Python, will be really, really useful. Right? So if you are interested, please let me know. Then I can register you in the particular program and you can follow up and get this national certificate. Okay, so that is additional thing. Commercial, right? Then WBT. So we learn about that, and so this is so for studying science, mathematics, right? And not just that, we learn that there are many usages. Okay, so this as a supporting tool and as a learning management system, we use this also because we are using our Edmodo learning management system for managing classroom, managing this with other institutes like Nanasala, and managing library, school library. Everything can be connected into the one place. You can work with the system. So it will give you student information, notes, questions and answers. It's a forum. You can do various submissions like assignment submissions, and notes will be published there. So that is, so you know that since you are using that, no need to by heart that because you already using that. And the advantages of learning management system also, you know. So I'm not going to discuss that again. Right, then, so what are the disadvantages? There are many advantages. So that is 24/7 availability. Teacher can connect without physically being in the classroom. Student can focus more. Student can do the practical being at home. Student can use many facilities and they can record and reuse the facility. Record and learn it again, where it is not possible in the classroom. So there are many facilities in e-learning, but there are some disadvantages also. Like, so sometimes it's costly because you have to use data. Sometimes, so there are some issues like connectivity issues, or sometimes the teacher-student relationship might break, so might be low. So those are some issues. Other than that, it's very good method. And then ICT in health sector. So there are a lot of usages. So can you tell me a few ways ICT used in health sector? Yes, ICT in health. So machineries. So what are the machineries? Yes.
CAT, MRI.
CAT scanner, MRI scanner, magnetic resource imaging, and you can use ultrasound scanner, solar scanner, right? X-ray ultrasound, CAT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound. Yes, ultrasound scanners. Recently, you know, the PCR facilities, PCR facilities are also even using computer technology. Not only that, what else? ICU facilities provided using computer technology or ICT. And remote patient monitoring, e-channeling, telemedicine, e-channeling, and not only that, so you can say medical record systems, hospital information systems. Those are not machineries, right? These are some other concepts, not machineries. E-channel, telemedicine, MRI, medical record system, hospital information systems. So those are some additional things other than the machineries. Okay, I got few. Yes, gamma scanners, sonar scanners, gamma rays, PET machines. PET is also scanner. And you can use a blood pressure monitoring. Blood pressure monitoring and blood sugar monitoring. Scanning. There is also ultrasound scanners, which can be used in pregnancy. So these are the possibilities: the machineries, remote patient monitoring, e-channeling, telemedicine, hospital record systems, hospital information systems. These are the possibilities with ICT in health. These are the facilities. And so I couldn't mention robot surgeries. Robot surgeries. And in future, maybe micro surgical or microsurgeries. Robot surgeries, microsurgeries, laparoscopic and colonoscopic surgeries. Laparoscopy, colonoscopy, and endoscopy. Endoscopy and colonoscopy based surgeries. These are also usages in ICT in health. Please write down. This is the summary. So you have all these things in the book, but some are missing, but you can write the summary. Summary includes everything, every possibility. But in future, there will be some more things added to this: robot surgeries, microsurgeries, using microorganisms like xenobot based. And you can say this is called medical researchers. Printing organs. So researchers are testing about printing blood also, right? Because if we are capable of printing blood, so then there will be big issue, because you know blood translation or blood that. So in case of accidents, the transplants can be done easily. So if you can print blood, so it's under research, right? Whether we can print blood, that is under research. You can search about this, right? You can search and learn about this. Just go and search printing blood. So these are in the research level. So you can read the research articles, but still not. Blood vessels can be printed, but printing blood is kind of it's a hard thing. Still trying. Vessels can be printed. Damaged vessels can be repaired. Finish. So it is possible to print organs like your ear, nose, maybe a part of finger can be printed using on cells. So that is the specialty. Can use on cells to print that. Right. In case of plastic surgeries and all, mostly, so the printed versions which is printed using on cells is really required, because if it is printed using some other cells, if it is printed using some plastic or some other material, the problem is growth and the blood circulation, then those things will be the problem. But if it is printed using cells, growth won't be issue. But if it is printed using someone else's cells, our body is thinking this as a kind of unknown body and try to eat that. Right? Trying to eat that and try to digest that. So if it is printed using someone else's cells. So now the technology is there. It is possible to print some organ using on cells. So that is the thing. Printing organs, this is not artificial, right? This is naturally, it's artificially printed. But the thing is, it can be naturally attached to our organs. Printing, ear. So this is artificial one, but that can be printed using cells even. That can be printed even using the cells. So this shows some artificial one, but can be printed using cells. Using on cells. You can see researchers 3D bioprinting. This is not just printing. This is called 3D bioprinting. It's capable of drawing. Right? So that is the future science. Even the Xenobots is the world's first living robot. It's world's first living robot. The robot created using computer-based algorithm. But the robot is living. It is using cells, engineered cells. So future biologists have to suffer. So if you don't know the coding, so future biologists, future scientists, future researchers, future engineers should know the coding. That's why the computational thinking, they should know computational thinking. Why? Because so these cells are engineered using computers. This microorganism this is created using cells, and this is capable of repairing by itself, self-repairing. When damage happens, it can repair by itself. It can clean microplastic from the ocean surface. It can clean, maybe in the future, it can be configured to clean cholesterol. So inside our body, it can be used to repair cancer cells or digest cancer cells or repair organs without operating. So that is the future biology or future health field in the medicine. Right, okay, so please prepare for that. In ICT in diagnosis, ICT in, you can see MRI like scanners, ECG or electrocardiograms, and cardiac screening, EEG, electroencephalography. So scanning the brain. So blood sugar testing, blood pressure testing, we learned that. Telemedicine, it is possible to book ambulance. It is possible to, by prescription, get a prescription online. So those are possibilities. Right, then emergency telemedicine and home health monitoring, telemedicine consultation, telesurgery or the remote surgery or robot surgery can be carried out from being in a faraway place. Medical training can be done to the medical students. Okay, these are the fields. So in agriculture, it is also very important. So earlier days, I used to tell our students. So 5 years ago, I said that, see now, so you are using social media just for fun, but so you know what, the countries like New Zealand, farmers are also using Facebook to know about, actually to maybe to collaborative farming. They are using that for social network-based farming. So I said that farmers are also using Facebook. They are having groups. So, but nowadays in Sri Lanka, you can see. So recent past, I have seen in Sri Lanka also that is there. That trend is now in Sri Lanka also. When you go to Facebook, you can just search from some common terminology like, okay, let's search for pole, coconut. Right, you can see there are here pol velanda pola pol ganum karuwan sa vikunum karuwange sangame pol toga velandama. So this everyone related to this coconut they are in Facebook groups, they're in social network. So if you search another term like komarika, or if you even search rice, so nowadays farmers, those are having Facebook groups, those are using social media to interact and know about the techniques and know about the market, right? To learn about the exports, imports, buying and selling, right? So there are groups. So social networking for farming and meteorological devices to measure humidity, climate changes, rainfall and all, and to monitor and insect control systems, and automated field condition measuring devices and automated drip irrigation systems. So this one of our students have created this drip irrigation system. So after learning IoT, actually in the basic course, I have given them, assigned them a task to create IoT based systems. I have assigned them a task to create IoT based systems in the basic course. So they have came up with these nice devices. One student, actually a set of students, they have created this auto drip irrigation system. They measured the field condition, the humidity on soil, and when it is dry, it will automatically trigger this irrigation system and then automated the water supply. So that was done by using an Arduino based system. You can also do. How many of you have done that using Arduino? Anyone? Anyone did this using Arduino or similar technology? Anyone learned Arduino? Anyone who learned Arduino in grade 9? No one. Come on. Right? Grade 9, you had Arduino, right? Anyway, if you have not learned, so I invite you to learn. You can come to grade 9 and learn. So it's free for you. If you're in grade 10, you can come to grade 9 and learn, start learning. That is really important because one of the main skills that is for home automation. And automated weed removers, automated planting robots, so and crop harvesting robots. So everything can be, the full process can be automated now. There are fully automated agricultural systems. You can just Google it. There are fully automated agricultural systems. And even it is used in animal husbandry or animal farming to monitor about animals, this RFID tracking cards. Animals are also internet connected, right? They are also internet connected now. So, you know, in Sri Lanka, in our country also, so some animals, pets, you can connect RFID tag to your pet to identify the location of your pet. Even in future, I guess in future, in near future, your school bag will have RFID or GPS tracker. So your school bag will carry a GPS tracker where your parent can see where you are. Right? Your parent can see where you are. your location. It will trigger alarm when close by. Right? And parent can monitor your activities and your location by using your mobile phone, their mobile phone. So I think you are safe from that. You will not get this because still now you are in grade 10. But in future, probably most of the kids are carrying GPS tracker in their bag to find out the location. Maybe your batch will include a GPS tracker. Principal can monitor where you are. Your class teacher can monitor where you are. Maybe automatic attendance will be calculated based on the GPS or RFID unit in your batch or type. Right? These things will be come in future. Right? And automated milk examination. So this is quality control in machines. Right? So these things will be there in future. Okay. So next day, you're asking whether you can break GPS. GPS jammers are there. Yes, GPS and Wi-Fi jammers are there, but it is illegal to use that. That's why. So if you import one, I think CID will capture you. Right? So it is illegal to use GPS. Signal jammers are there. Even you can jam GPS, you can jam Wi-Fi, you can jam GSM signals. It is possible, but the thing is that is illegal. That is the issue. Right? There are signal jammers and all, but that is used by terrorists basically, and the army, military people. Okay, next day we'll learn about the remaining content, and we have few to discuss: transportation, security, and all, as well as the history. Next day we can finish this fundamental lesson and move to the hardware lesson. Right, I have done this quickly since I have finished this already, and there are some students who want to learn this from the beginning. That's why I did. Okay, then see you all in the next week. Good night. Right?
Thanks, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Bye.